Last of Us Part 2 is a game like no other. The sequel to one of the most popular games of all time, this game has some of the biggest controversy and excitement ever seen in a video game. But I would like to talk about what made this game great, what made this game bad, and its overall score in my opinion. The Last of Us Part 2 had arguably the best graphics and cinematography, rivaled only by a few other games in the last generation. The level designs were stunning, sad, scary, and mysterious, ranging from snowy Jacksonville to the decrepit city of Seattle. This game had arguably the best graphics in a video game to this day. But let's talk about the story. The story of T-Loop 2 was controversial. Many people hated it, some refusing to even play the game before deciding their opinion on it, others liking the story, and some had mixed feelings. I personally thought the story was great. Spoilers here for anyone who has not already played the game.
The rest of this video is a spoiler for The Last of Us Part 2. If you have not already played this game, please go play it now, and don't have this beautiful game spoiled for you.
Joel dies. He dead. And he is not coming back. This was a shock for everyone who picked up the game. Their favorite character gone, right from the start. Why would they do such a thing? Abby and friends, the group, the ones responsible for this act, murder Joel after he and Tommy helped them. Ellie painfully watches as Abby hammers Joel with a crowbar. Ellie then goes on a revenge story, hunting Abby and her friends, killing them one by one, making decisions Ellie may regret, until finally the game flips. You now play as the person responsible for your favorite character's death, Abby. You are shocked. You do not even want to play as this character, even going as far as accidentally have her eaten by a zombie, jumping off a ledge, or just not shooting back at the enemies in front of you, hoping, in theory, she might die, and Ellie finally will have gotten her revenge. You now play as Abby during the same 3 days you just played as Ellie, meeting the people Ellie has killed, and some new people too. Abby's main story arc is about helping these two children, Lev and Yara, who are a part of a sort of cult-like group, try to survive. I found the most interesting part of the whole story was this cult-like group. You encounter them mostly with Abby, and these encounters are some of the most intense parts of the game, until finally reaching the end. Ellie and Abby fight to the death against one another, until finally Ellie is spared by Abby. The reason being, Abby has founded this new relationship with Lev. Lev stops her before she can do any more harm. Ellie heads home beaten. Months pass, and Ellie cannot live with the guilt and sadness of losing Joel. So, she goes back after Abby. She eventually finds herself in a strange new area with a new group who has captured Abby. After fighting through this group, you encounter Abby, Lev, and many other victims on crosses, hanged up and beaten, some dead. Ellie and Abby fight, and just as Ellie is about to deliver the finishing blow, she sees Joel. This warm, familiar presence, the friend she wishes was still in her life, the person she regrets not making the time they had together good, and like Abby, she spares her. Now, let us talk about the controversy in this game. First thing, Joel dying. Joel was an expert survivalist, cold-blooded, and smart. So why would he just tell strangers, Abby, his name, where they live, and not keeping his weapons in hand? Well, this is what I think. Joel developed this relationship with Ellie after losing her daughter. With Ellie, he became more trustworthy, warmer, kinder, and he became his old self. And after a few years living in this big town with all these people, he became normal again. He trusted, cared, and loved others. He changed, and in turn, that was what costed him his life. The second big controversy was why would we go through this whole story just not to kill Abby? Well, I think you know the answer. As the story goes on, and Ellie relives memories of Joel understanding the decisions he made in the past, and regretting the decisions she made about Joel. And just like Abby, who was about to kill Ellie, but saw someone who made her feel kind and caring and like herself again, that being Lev, Ellie saw a flash of smiling Joel, this ray of light, and she in turn developed as a character. Ellie not exactly forgiving Abby for the murder of Joel, but making sure she would not regret another decision.
Were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I'm not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts, I've no need for any more. 'Cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see.
Some stuff I wish was a little bit better in this game was the combat. They developed it a little, adding more stealth options and some more customization, but they did not really change anything from the first game, and there were sometimes an excessive number of flashbacks. They were important, like all cutscenes are, but sometimes too many flashbacks are a bad thing. My final verdict. I thought this game was 9 out of 10. The story captivated me, the way the characters talked to each other, the immersive scenes, the beautiful scenery, great level design, and overall a great message to people how revenge is not the answer. The Last of Us Part 2 is a great game, and I strongly recommend everyone playing it before they make an uneducated assumption about the game.